Yes, it did turn out as delicious as it looks. So, let me tell you how I did this. First of all, I used ground beef purchased on sale as usual. And the reason why it's called Jamaican Inspired is because I used two products. This one, which is of course the Grace chicken noodle soup mix, that's the one I used to cook my yam, and of course I didn't have enough yam, so I used also some potatoes. So here we go. I had this much yellow yam, not enough really, and I also used some regular potatoes, and I boiled them in the soup mix. Now you may well ask yourself, why would I do that? Well, two reasons. Number one, I had to flavor the yam and potato, and number two, the same water that I boiled it all in, I kept sipping on it all day. Rather than drinking coffee, I drank the soup. So, to 4 cups of water, I added my yam and potatoes. Now, you got to make sure that they're cooked thoroughly. That's important. In the meantime, I cooked up my ground beef. Here you can be as creative as you wish. Here you may take the license to do anything you wish. In my case, of course, I added my usual salt and pepper to taste. That's the standard. I think everybody does that. And then of course I chopped up some onions and some scallion and tomatoes, and I added some thyme. I try to make it as delicious as I possibly could. Remember, Jamaican Inspired, which means I'm going to make it spicy. And trust me, when I got done with this baby, it was very good. There. Looks good enough right now, doesn't it? When I got done with this, of course, I put this at the bottom of a baking dish. I also added, this is personal taste here, I added some seasoned breadcrumbs to this mixture. Then I put it in the bottom of my baking dish. By the time I was done, the potatoes and the yam was all cooked. Remember to cut them up in nice small pieces so that when they're thoroughly cooked, and they have to be thoroughly cooked, you can go ahead and you add your butter and other seasoning that you like to the mixture. In my case, I like butter. I did allow the soup to season the yam and the potatoes, of course. And I also added some cheese to it. I like cheese and some milk. And then, once that's in, I used my hand blender and I blended it all together. This eventually ended up to be the top of my beef pie. See that? I used the hand blender, chopped them up all nice and creamy. It was like a nice creamy sauce. Then I put this on top of my beef in my baking dish. Added to an oven that was 350 degrees for about an hour. Remember, everything is already cooked, right? I'm just trying to add a little crust to the top. In the end, this is what I had. This is what I had for dinner, and it was delicious.